Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Well, I've been very busy for the last couple of days packing up orders ready to go out from my Etsy shop. So all those kits that I made up for the slow stitches whatnot have all gone, and tomorrow I'm going to be spending the day making up some more kits. So for the rest of today I'm going to come back and finish the project that I started during the live over the weekend for the Saturday night in, where I was using that gorgeous Upcrate fabric painting kit that Barbara Brady sent me. Thank you, BB. Let me show you where I got to. I did quite well really for me. I don't normally manage to finish projects during a live, so I wasn't expecting to finish it. It's not usually my goal. My goal is just to have something to do while I chatter away to everybody really. So as part of the kit, you've got these 4 Giotto pens, fabric pens, and these 4 Pebbio fabric paints. They can all be set by using a hot iron. There was also a brush in the kit. It wasn't one of these. I put the brush in with the rest of my stash, so I don't even know which one it was anymore, but I had a little selection ready. I chose sort of reasonably stiff brushes because I thought that's probably what I would need. This bag also came with it. So you've got Upcrate and Giotto there, and I'm going to put plus Arty Farty and some butterflies to tie in with this on the other side. So obviously this is my little logo thing. The live stream was a special one because we were celebrating passing 2k subscribers, so I thought it seemed appropriate to use my little logo and the prompt that came in the kit. Here's the rest of us. This is the bottle post you get in the Upcrate kits. So this is Upcrate number 39, and the prompt was show who you are. So I thought that this seems kind of appropriate. So the idea was to have this kind of blue sky, head in the clouds kind of thing, butterflies kind of signalling kind of transformation and growth to me, and also giving me an excuse for some spots of lovely bright colour. I'd like to make rainbows in the glasses, but I don't have a yellow, so I might end up cheating and using this other fabric paint that I got with a block craft kit for doing wooden block printing on fabrics. So I've penciled out some butterflies on here. You might just about be able to see. I think probably the fabrics were reasonably opaque, but I don't know how well they're going to go over the top of this blue now, and I certainly don't expect the pens to go that well over the blue, although I might be really surprised. I've only tried the black so far and it went on really nicely, and this was just kind of one coat. I was really impressed. I do think it needs a little bit of touching up like there, but actually for one coat that's pretty good, isn't it? So that's my plan. Whoops, that's my plan right now. I'll probably just film some of this and speed it through for you, and then once that's all, sorry, making all sorts of noises there. Once that's all painted, so I'll do the other side as well. What I thought would be fun is to actually stitch into it a bit. I might even do some straight stitching in different colours on the whole bag, just because I love stitching and I like combining arts and crafts together, you know, a bit of painting, a bit of stitching, whatever. And then the final plan is to line the inside, because you can see the inside's not very pretty. I mean, it's okay, it's on the inside, but I think it would look nicer lined and it would make it more sturdy as well. So I'm going to pick some kind of a funky fabric. I've got loads of fabric to choose from to actually make a lining for the inside, and I might do, not quite sure, might do something to make the handles more interesting as well. So this is going to end up being, you know, a really fun bag, I hope. We'll see. Very much enjoyed this Upcrate kit. So I think you probably get a little gifty thing with it as well, and there were stickers. I still got the stickers. Barbara did put in pretty much everything except the box. She took them out of the box to send them, but I might put them in my sticker stash. I haven't ever been subscribed to Upcrate, but I think I'd have been quite pleased if I'd have got this particular kit, and I do believe with Upcrate you can choose to buy the individual boxes as well. So yeah, I have really quite enjoyed this one. I still would say that I'm a die-hard Scrawler Box fan. I can only afford one subscription box, and if I've got to choose one it's always going to be Scrawler Box, but it's been really fun to try a different one that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to try otherwise. And there were some others that Baby sent me as well, so look out for those over the coming weeks. Okay, so I'm gonna stop waffling now, and I'm just gonna start painting my butterflies in a mixture of colours, and I will probably, I'm still thinking the rainbow glasses. So this is, you can see this is covering pretty well. Just really just one coat over that has gone on quite well. It's quite liquid. Apparently you can dilute it with water if you need to, and that probably make it go on easier, but I'm finding it's quite liquid anyway, really, so I'm not gonna bother doing that. The cleanup was really easy. I did it quite quickly. You do need a bit of soap on the brushes. I use soap and hot water to properly get them clean, because the paint is a little bit sticky, and if you don't put something between the layers of the fabric of the bag, I use some sort of waxy palette paper on top of a piece of card just to keep it taut. If you don't do that, it'll all kind of stick together. What I'm trying now is a bit of just, yeah, and that's working quite well, just blending kind of on the actual fabric, and that's working quite nicely. Really enjoying using this. It's lovely stuff to use. And then if I want to, I can let it dry and go over and do another layer if I want to build up the colour. I'll try adding a bit of this pink in now as well. And then I'll probably use either the black or the brown pen afterwards to add the little bodies in. Emily of Emily Arts, she did a lovely paste with this, so I'll try and remember to leave a link to her unboxing of this kit. I think they sent it to her to review, and she did a beautiful paste with this. And I don't know if it's because of the kind of stickiness of it, I don't know what it is, but there doesn't seem to be any bleeding out. I masked this off to get this square, but here I'm not getting any bleeding out from my lines here, so that's really nice. Oh, that's just one coat, watered down slightly. It just goes on so nicely. I'm going to keep on painting these. It's quite hard to get to where I need to go, and I'm really essentially just colouring in, so I'm sure you don't need to watch all that. I'm going to bring in a little bit of the yellow, I think, because I am just itching for some yellow, and I'm going to do the rainbows in the glasses. I will probably just do I will just sort of follow these lines across. There we go. And make a kind of a, pseudo rainbow. So I can mix these colours up however I like in the palette. I'm hoping that they will mix quite nicely with this yellow. I probably should try some of these other colours, but I don't really want that ultramarine necessarily. Richard of York goes battling in vain, Richard. So instead of the red, I'll probably use the magenta. I do have a red in that as well, but we don't need that. I'm not going to follow a strict rainbow order, but I do like this kind of yellow and green butterflies, so some of that I'll use the yellow, I'll mix it with some of this blue, and I'll put blue and green in the rainbow as well. Kind of feeling like I should at least try this pink and see what it does. If I don't like it, I can go over it again in the white. See how this covers. This covers really nicely. Look at that. I'm very impressed with the coverage of these pens on fabric like this. And the one that I used a lot the other day, the black, I did end up with the nib getting a little bit fluffy, but not too bad. I mean, it's still working. Yeah, so I'm going to go through, finish my butterflies and do some of these stripes of colour, and dry that off. Probably I'll dry that off with a hair dryer, and then do the other side. And then I'm itching to get stitching now, because now I've thought of the idea of stitching into it as well, around the outlines and just some straight stitching in the background. I love combining all my hobbies together, and that would be a great way to do it. And then I'll probably actually use a machine to make the lining. It's one of the few times I would get a sewing machine out. But anyway, I'm going to carry on and do this painting bit now, and listen to my audiobook and have a nice chilled evening doing this, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. Right, so I think that's all the painting I'm going to do for this side, and the more I think about it, the more I like the idea of adding the stitching, because I don't want the kind of I don't want the kind of dark line that this would give me around the butterflies, but I feel like they need a bit more definition. And I don't think I want a thick line of their bodies, but if I just do it in stitching, I think that would be really nice. And then I just love the idea, now I've thought about it, to stitch into the background. I'll probably just do lines and lines of straight stitching, which I love to do, and just follow the outline of the square, obviously stopping where the butterflies are. I'm going to really enjoy doing that. I probably need to let that fully dry now, and I'll start stitching on that tomorrow. Really happy with that. And then once it's dry enough, I need to do the other side as well. And I'm just going to put just a few butterflies there, no background, just a few of the butterflies, just a handful, and this will just be written in the straight on the fabric with the black pen. I think that would be enough for that, just to pull the two sides together. Yeah, can't wait. I wish I didn't have to wait for it to dry, because I just want to start that stitching now. I'm going to really enjoy that. Any excuse to do loads and loads of just rows and rows of straight stitching. Well, it's the next morning. I got my cup of coffee. I had planned to come back another day and show you how I was getting on with the stitching, but I got on with it so well last night. I was enjoying it so much I just couldn't put it down. So I decided I'm going to just pop back on and show you how it's looking this morning. I'm well chuffed with it at the moment. A lot more stitching to do. I want to cover all of this with the straight stitching, and then I might do some on the other side as well. I'm enjoying it that much. I quite like it. I'm not going to do any stitching on this bit. I'm going to leave that just more in the background, but I really like how it looks with just the stitching around the outline of these butterflies. I don't know how well that's going to come over. I think that shows up well enough on the camera. So I've done that one was done with a chain stitch, and then I whipped it to give it a bit more, to make it a bit more defined, really. I just like the way that looks. And then these were done with just a small running stitch, and then I whipped it. So this one makes it stand up even more. Now you can see where I've got it penciled in. I still need to do the bodies, so I'll probably just do them in a black. I won't make them too chunky. I might even just use one strand. With these I just use 2 strands for each one. So yeah, I need to put all the little bodies on, and I need to finish doing, I've got one there to do that I missed, and then I need to finish doing this straight stitching. But I'm really chuffed with it, and it just feels really nice. I always love the feel of the stitching, and of course once I've also got the lining in as well, I think it's going to be a really nice little bag that I will enjoy using. I still haven't heat set it either, so I'll need to do that. So overall, really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this kit. And there's still quite a bit left in these. The only one that's I've probably used more than half of the white, a little over half of the white. I would certainly buy them again. Really enjoyed them. And these, I was just amazed at how well this covered perfectly well. I added in the white, and not to make it more opaque, but because I just wanted it to be a bit more white. But it covered. I didn't think that colour would cover so solidly on here. I was really impressed with it. So yeah, there's loads of other things I'd like to try with it. So yeah, it was a really nice kit. Yeah, very happy with them, and I think it does show who I am, my obsession with colour, and it's used my little logo as well. So thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you so much again to the lovely Barbara Brady for sending me this kit, amongst lots of other lovely things. Lots more videos to come using some of those goodies she sent me. What do you think? Did you get this? I know if Emily's watching, I know Emily's had this kit, and I just loved what I said. I think I said earlier on. I will link to her video, because I loved the piece that she did with it. Yeah, if you've had this kit, how did you find it? Have you tried fabric painting? Have you tried stitching into it? Oh, I did mean to mention that the stitching into it was a little bit harder work where I was stitching through solid fabric paint. It's almost like there's a slight plastickiness to it, but it didn't leave me. I was afraid it's going to leave me with like a sticky needle or something, because I would hate that, and it didn't. So yeah, I just used a fairly stout, one of my larger size chenille needles, and that worked really well. And 2 strands of embroidery cotton. Okay, right, I'm going to stop waffling now. It's early in the morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. So I'm probably completely even more garbled than usual. But thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, or maybe it sparked an idea for you. And thanks again to BB. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again really soon. Bye.